I'll keep it brief. I think some different emotions going through me right now. So one of disappointment, one of proudness, and one of anger. We'll start with the disappointment. I think disappointing start to the game by us. I thought the first half we were not at the races. Didn't play with enough aggression, didn't play with enough intensity. I'm not sure whether we just showed them too much respect or what it actually was, but I don't think we started really well. So that's the disappointing side. The proud part is our response second half. The way we played, the way we came out with a different attitude, corrected a lot of the attitudinal things from the first half, came out with more aggression, more fight, more willingness to take the game to Chiefs. And then, before I get to the anger part, I think one must congratulate Chiefs. They seem to be a team that put teams under a lot of pressure. When you're getting 11, 12 penalties a season. Last 6 matches, 3 red cards in the first half to opposition. Well done to them. They must be doing something right and creating problems for opposition. Disappointed in the ref today. If you remember the game, I think they had maybe double-figure free kicks around the box. Dolly had 3 or 4 pots, Mashani had some pots, Chabalala had some chances to take. I'm not denying that some of those free kicks were free kicks, but I'm not sure why we didn't get any free kicks in that final third around the box when Ikram Reyners was being held on many occasions. When the opposition players even apologize to you about the performance of the ref, credit to the players for recognizing that and being bold enough to say what they said. Some throw-ins, the refs looking to give it one direction. Fortunately, the linesman was showing it in a different way. So that is the anger side and the disappointment of this evening. But yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. It's done. It's over. We move on. It's 4 penalties against us, against Chiefs in the last 2 games. We were denied a penalty in the 97th minute in the quarterfinal of the MTN, which was given. So yeah, those are just things that, not too sure what it is, whether it's the green and the gold and black jersey that's intimidating. The crowds that intimidating, I'm not sure what it is, but I just felt that we didn't get too much of the rub of the green today. But our first half performance probably was the result of us not ending up winning the game. Second half we came back, really fought hard. And I don't think there's anyone sitting in this room who would have denied us an equaliser, which we're unlucky not with the last kick of the match. So that's the proud part for me, for the performance this evening. But yeah, we need to learn from first half and have the same character we showed in the second half for the remainder of the season.
Thanks, Coach. That's a mouthful. We'll take 3 questions to 4 questions and close. We'll start here. Thank you.
I'm Khalid Mukhalif of FM Sports. Unlucky coach with defeat. Coach, I'm looking at these 2 teams. You look at a team like Richards Bay FC where they lost their captain and all of a sudden it's deep in terms of their results. Whereas with Stellenbosch, you lost Eshwin, but you won like 5 games in a row. It's quite unfortunate that you did not register the results today. But what has been the secret ingredient in you making sure that you bring in those results? I'm sure you would have wanted to continue the same fate against Kaizer Chiefs today.
Yeah, I've answered this question quite often. There's a number of reasons. I think, unfortunately, the passing of Ashwin, it was emotional for the club, and I think it galvanized us as a team. Obviously, the addition of Ikram Reyners and Andre de Jong boosted us and have given us the goals that we were creating the chances but not taking them, so that's been a big positive for us. We've also had a bit of stability in our centre-back pairing. Before this good run, we were on a horrendous suspension injury situation regarding our centre-backs. Was never able to have a settled defence, so those are some of the reasons. And when you do, create and take your chances like we did before tonight's game, it does allow you to get onto a good run. So the run's come to an end. 6 matches left, 18 points to play for in the league, still a cup run left, so still a lot to play for this season.
Jama in favor, Sakala Duma. Coach Anaki on the result. My question to you is, The penalty you concede, is that you paying school fees for playing youngsters? Because you play them, you give them the opportunity, but then also, like any other player, they're susceptible to mistakes. So is that something that you go out there knowing that you could possibly pay school fees because of the faith you show in youngsters?
Yeah, I think you have hit the nail on the head. When you do play young players, they will make mistakes. Hopefully they will learn and grow from them. That's when players that are young become great players, by learning from those situations. So Oluwetu, Kanya's had a big rise, obviously, getting starts, having represented the national under 23 team. So those are situations I thought that they really made some really good runs from blind side, especially when on the left Dali or Shlanti had the ball, they played it in behind our defence. So yeah, one maybe just can learn from maybe ball watching and not looking at the run behind, and then when people then come in front of you, it can cause you problems. So that's what Ashley is good at. He's got the speed, he's got the pace. Then those are the things that he does cause teams and opposition teams. So it's not the first penalty that he's won just through his sharpness and his quickness. So yeah, you do sometimes pay school fees, but I keep saying that the reward is higher than the risk in the end of the day.
Thank you, Coach. Temba, quick one.
Joseph from Sports Coaching. Had luck on the result. Was there any special plan against Ash, knowing that he is your player? You brought him up into the bigger ranks. Was there any guidelines around your defense, how to deal with them? And just a follow-up on your players. Ikram Reyners, Player of the Month, coming from Super Sport where he wasn't getting game time, but he's been playing goals for you.
Yeah, look, obviously, when you play against a player with a pace, even Sali's got some really good pace. The key is obviously not to allow the space in behind you, which sometimes it's not always avoidable, but if there's no pressure on the ball, then you've got to defend a bit deeper. You deny the space in behind you, which maybe we didn't do as well as we had planned to do. So, those are one of the tactics. The other tactics is sometimes just to tackle him and not allow him to get past you, as Sundowns would often do when he was playing for Stellenbosch. But yeah, those are, the attributes that he have and is difficult to play against. So that was sort of the plan, to deny that space in behind, especially if there's no pressure on the ball. Then on Ikram, obviously very proud and pleased of his Player of the Month award. Very well deserved. Has come and shown his quality. And the amount of goals he scored in that short space of time, there just probably wasn't any other candidates that I felt deserved it as much as he did. So yeah, a big shout out to Ikram.
Last one, Lawrence.
Coach, just revisiting the thing, 9 penalties and 9 red cards against Chiefs this season, but it was fully deserved in my opinion today. So where does the anger stem from, in your opinion, over this incident? Because Sage was definitely a red card and was a definite penalty as well.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not denying that some of the free kicks or even the penalty was a penalty. I'm not sure about whether it was offside leading to the penalty. I haven't been able to look at that. So if he was onside, I'm not denying that was a red card and a penalty. I'm just looking at the whole context of the game and many other decisions that went against us. And I don't study data, I don't study statistics, but those stats are, over a season. I would love to have those in my favour. But as I said, we've got to put maybe credit where credit is due.
Coach Barker, members of the media. No. Coach Barker?
His team won today. So
Thank you for joining us. All the best on your trip to Royal AM next week.